Good evening, everyone. We are very sorry for the delay. We will begin this press conference with Real Madrid coach José Mourinho. Please have in mind that we're going to do one question per intervention and that you have to identify yourself with your name and the company that you represent. Usually in Madrid we do have simultaneous translation. Today we have consecutive translation, so that means we're not going to have enough time for all the questions. We do apologize for that. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Vamos a comenzar ya esta rueda de prensa con José Mourinho. Recuerden, hacemos una pregunta por intervención y como siempre les pedimos que se identifiquen con su nombre y el del medio. Sabéis que en el Estadio Santiago Bernabéu el Real Madrid siempre tiene traducción simultánea, con lo que la rueda de prensa es mucho más rápida y fluida. Hoy tenemos traducción consecutiva, con lo cual pedimos disculpas porque el tiempo será menor debido a esta traducción. Comenzamos.
Buenas, mister Manusay, Diario AS. A tenor de las bajas que tienes y del rival y de que el partido fuera de casa, tal vez sea el partido más complicado de lo que lleva el Madrid de Champions en esta temporada.
Difícil, pero no por las bajas. Yo pienso que no tenemos bajas. Me gusta mucho hablar de bajas. Tenemos equipo para jugar, tenemos jugadores para jugar. Y difícil porque el adversario es difícil. Pero el grupo es difícil, cada partido es difícil. No es el grupo que tú estás calificado después de 3 partidos. No es el grupo donde puedes hacer el tipo de récord que has hecho temporada pasada de ganar 18 puntos en 18. Y es difícil mañana, pero sabemos lo que queremos. Nos queremos calificar, no queremos ser el gran equipo que se vaya a quedar para jugar en Copa Europa League. Y sabemos lo que queremos continuar a jugar en Champions.
Well, in Holland there was a problem with the delivery of these vaccinations. They were not enough, and they have been postponed a little, at least in the way they wanted to. But they have started with it in the 3rd week of October. Last week of September, they're giving out this the seasonal flu program, and then 3 weeks later.
Fantastic amounts of money, billions and billions, go from America to Israel every year, either in direct grants or high-tech weaponry. How shocking, how indicative it is of what I'm saying. That tiny piece of land called Israel, it's tiny, I've driven around it years ago, it's tiny, has the biggest F-16 fleet outside of America. Why did they do this? Why do America never condemn Israel to the UN or anywhere else? Why does Obama keep quiet about what happened in the bombing of Gaza, yet can't find a microphone quick enough when there's a terrorist operation in India or anywhere else? Because of this. The Rothschilds control America and they own Israel. They also control the United Kingdom and France and Germany and on it goes, Belgium, Australia and all these places. Therefore, what we're seeing with the transfer of staggering amounts of money and weaponry from America to Israel is the right hand of the House of Rothschild network, handing it to the left hand.
My name is Jacek Kurowski, I'm from Polish television. First of all, I want to say all the best for coach from Greg Milcarski, the former friend from FC Porto. And my question is, did you, coach, analyze how Robert Lewandowski plays and how dangerous he is for your side, for your team?
We analyze in English or
Como quieras. Yes.
No, thanks a lot for the message from my friend. And of course I hug him back. We analyze our opponent globally, that the most important thing for us. The dynamic, the style of play, the strong points. I don't say weak points because they are a very good team, but some little weaknesses. And that's the way we approach the match. We are not so worried about individual players. But we know they are full of very good players, and we have to respect them, and that's what we are going to do.
When you visited a channel 20 years ago, you mentioned that there were the keepers of the knowledge from the Atlantean period. You spoke about it when you were on stage yesterday, you read about it. We recently found a book called The Lost Children of Atlantis, The Lessons of the Lord One. Just wanted to find out if you knew anything.
What has happened to Israel as a result of that? Zilch. Nothing. The Rothschild Zionist Foreign Secretary at the time in Britain, David Miliband, made this condemnatory statement, this is not right and all the rest of it. Nothing else happened after that, because he couldn't say anything else, but it wasn't right. And so they do what they like. You imagine if Iran, or anybody else in the world, pepper-bombed the most populated sliver of land in the world, Gaza, day after day after day, killing endless civilians and children, destroying basic infrastructure, and nothing was done about it. Oh, we'll have condemnation, we'll have this inquiry, but nothing changes. And what do they do it with? They do it with weaponry, high-tech weaponry, provided by the United States. A country which is subsidizing, according to books that have come out from mainstream journalists, subsidizing every Israeli to the tune of about $500 a year. When, as one of these books pointed out, Israel now has a per capita income, on average, equivalent to Spain or South Korea. Fantastic amounts of money, billions and billions, go from America to Israel every year, either in direct grants or high-tech weaponry.
That's very inspiring to hear. I think we're going to finish off now, and I just wanted to finish on infinite love is the only reality and everything else is an illusion.
Therefore, Mossad, this ruthless, brutal enforcement agency, which is supposed to be the intelligence agency of Israel. It's not the intelligence agency of the Israeli people. It's the intelligence enforcement arm of the Rothschilds who own Israel. This is why in so many of these fake terrorist events, like 9/11, and these other things that happen around the world, Mossad is implicated because it's serving the interests of the Rothschild agenda. So Rothschild's enforcement agency, as was very clearly seen a few months ago, can walk into Dubai, captured on all the surveillance cameras, using fake British passports of people that actually existed, causing them potentially great problems. Went into a hotel room with surveillance cameras following him in there, murdered a Palestinian official, I think from Hamas, walked out again, and left the country. Now imagine if an Iranian intelligence group had done that. There would be...
You're traveling quite a bit around, and at the moment the situation is that in Holland the opposition against this swine flu is
incluso se duda de su profesionalidad. ¿Piensa usted que intentaron desestabilizar al Madrid cuando vayan remontado, criticando al portero? ¿Piensa que ha habido la campaña contra Casillas?
We're cooperating with the building of our own prison all the time. There are people throughout governments throughout the world who have children and grandchildren who are going to live in this fascist global state for most of their lives. If they knew that every day they were making a contribution to that very state that's going to control their children's lives, they would be aghast and horrified. So information about what's going on and how it fits, along with a non-cooperation of non-violence, but non-cooperation with those things that are designed to enslave us, will bring this thing crashing down, because it's a house of cards. It's not some great edifice of unchallengeable power. The only power it has, in effect, is the power we give to it every day. And it can come down so fast once we reach a certain critical mass of awakening awareness and therefore response. And we're getting closer, but we need to move quick, because this thing's moving on real fast because of this process of the more you centralize power, the more power you have to centralize quicker.
Gracias. Thank you.
Suerte.
Gracias. Chao.
Hasta mañana.